Twitter. As Chris said, we seem to talk about it every day. I mean, what does all of this mean for Twitter and how other companies like Facebook might be valued in the marketplace? I'm joined by David Menlow. He's of IPOfinancial.com. For 20 years, they have projected opening premiums for IPOs. Could that happen anytime soon for Twitter? So, David, good afternoon. Could that happen anytime soon for Twitter in your view?
Carol, great to see you again. I am so trembling at the very thought of a Twitter coming to the marketplace that I don't really know how to quantify it in words. If we see another kind of internet bubble, which is what Chris was talking about in the previous segment, the real issue is everybody has lost their mind. Unfortunately, there are the private equity concerns, the investors that are there, the venture firms that say it can happen again. But I think much of it has to do with the fact that we don't have the plethora of platforms that really initiated the bubble back in the 1990s.
David, you say you're so excited about Twitter. I mean, what do you liken it to? What other IPO that we've seen, be it during the tech bubble?
Well, I'm not really excited about it. I'm not really at all excited for this to come public. I'm very nervous about this coming to public. What might end up happening in the future, certainly Facebook has, I guess, the winning position if any deal is going to come into the marketplace. But the Twitter is the big question mark, the big mystery. People don't know what they're getting. And if you think about it, this is more of a media kind of company rather than a networking company, which people feel so comfortable with when they deal with a Facebook.
All right. So when you think all is said and done, I mean, do you think, if there is a Twitter IPO, that it's going to be ultimately a mistake?
Yes. I should have interviewed you. That's the perfect kind of answer. Yes, it is going to be a mistake because nobody knows what's going on at this point, and I believe there are better capitalized situations, even though Twitter may be getting as much as $100 million, as people are saying.
Well, that's the thing, Dave. No, forgive me. I'm breaking in here because it seems like, there's more and more capital going towards Twitter. I mean, these are not necessarily stupid investors. The venture capital market, has been very, very quiet. And I would assume that they're poring over these deals very, very carefully. I mean, do you think that these guys are missing really what Twitter's all about here?
No, I don't think the venture people are missing anything. I believe the investors that are going to be clamoring to get this because they hear that it's coming public and Twitter is everywhere. It's about the most ubiquitous situation that you can find in the Internet. They're going to be the ones to really propagate these valuations, which are stratospheric.
All right. So let me ask you something. You mentioned that there are other things that maybe people should be paying closer attention to when it comes to the IPO market. What specifically? What are you seeing in the pipeline that's caught your attention that you like more?
Well, certainly these kind of offerings are not what the market's looking for at this point. We really are back to IPO Basics 101. And the companies that have the story that doesn't need 2 or 3 explanations or trying to get the customer to say, well, I'm not really sure, let me think about it. Those are not the deals that are going to come to marketplace. It has to just jump off the page of the prospectus and say, this makes sense, it's fundamentally strong, and those are the deals that are going to work.
All right. But you're seeing more activity happening? I mean, we're certainly starting to talk about IPOs. Take it back, just a few months, 6 months, nothing was going on. You're definitely seeing activity pick up, though, David, overall.
We're seeing activity. It's really like a garden hose that's been crimped for the past couple of months, actually the past couple of quarters, and the capital demands are still there, and the market's being much more receptive, albeit slowly.
All right, David, good to break down the IPO market, as always, with you. You take care. Have a great weekend.
You too. Thank you.
David Menlow, everyone.